Good morning and welcome back to the Daily Brief, your number one choice for expat news and updates. 42 dead as devastating storms and tornadoes sweep across the U.S. A British tourist is missing after a tour boat catches fire near Koh Tao. A video shows the moment a Connecticut man escapes from a burning home after his alleged captivity. Here's a look at today's local exchange rates for the Philippines, Thailand, Singapore and Vietnam, followed by today's weather report. In our first story, at least 42 people have lost their lives after a series of powerful storms tore through the Midwest and the South over the weekend, bringing heavy rain to parts of the Northeast. As Monday morning arrived, multiple states were left grappling with destruction from tornadoes, wildfires, dust storms, and torrential downpours. Between Friday and Sunday, nearly 1,500 storm reports were recorded nationwide. Tragedy struck in Transylvania County, North Carolina, where two young brothers, ages 11 and 13, were killed when a tree crashed through their family's trailer early Sunday morning. Firefighters found the children trapped beneath the tree and debris, according to Conestee Fire Rescue. 3 other family members were in the home but escaped unharmed. I am heartbroken to learn that 2 children were killed over the weekend due to severe weather. May their memories be a blessing, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein wrote in a post on X. Fatalities were reported across several states, with 3 in Alabama, 3 in Arkansas, 12 in Missouri, 4 in Oklahoma, 8 in Kansas, 6 in Mississippi, 2 in North Carolina, and 4 in Texas. A major tornado outbreak struck 7 states: Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Homes and businesses were reduced to rubble, trees were uprooted, and power lines were downed. William Schultz, a resident of Tylertown, Mississippi, recalled the terrifying moment the storm hit. "I was holding my wife to my chest and just watching everything disappear, watching everything get ripped away from me," he told NBC. "I'm just thankful to be alive. The important thing is me and my family are safe." In Alabama's Talladega County, an EF2 tornado was so powerful that it tossed a school bus onto the roof of Winterboro High School on Saturday. The National Weather Service, NWS, in Jackson, Mississippi, confirmed at least 8 tornadoes in the state between Friday and Saturday, with additional surveys ongoing. Meanwhile, in Georgia, an EF1 tornado with winds reaching 110 miles per hour touched down in Paulding County late Saturday, tracking more than 11 miles through the areas of Dallas and New Hope. The NWS office in Birmingham, Alabama, reported 16 suspected tornado damage sites, including an EF3 tornado in Dallas County. The strongest confirmed tornado so far was an EF4 in Jackson County, Arkansas, with wind speeds reaching 190 miles per hour. In Chilton County, Alabama, Ralph and Rebecca Mims and their family survived an EF3 tornado on Saturday. The powerful twister ripped their mobile home from its foundation and tossed it a few feet away. Fortunately, the entire family of 15 safely rode out the storm in a homemade underground shelter. "If we had been in that house, we wouldn't be here today," Ralph told NBC affiliate WVTM. By Monday morning, over 120,000 homes and businesses were without power, according to Power Outage US. This included more than 56,000 outages in Pennsylvania, 25,000 in Missouri, 23,000 in New York, 8,000 in West Virginia, and 7,800 in North Carolina. The extreme weather also triggered wildfires in Texas and Oklahoma, resulting in at least 4 deaths. Meanwhile, in Kansas, a dust storm caused a deadly highway pileup that claimed at least 8 lives. Although the storm system has weakened as it moves east, it continues to bring heavy rain, with some areas in the Northeast expecting up to 3 inches of additional rainfall. Flood watches remain in effect for northern New York and northern New England, where melting snow could exacerbate flooding risks. While the heaviest rainfall is expected to clear in time for New York City's St. Patrick's Day Parade, lingering showers may continue into the afternoon. The system is forecast to move off the New England coast by Monday evening. Elsewhere, winter storm watches and warnings remain in effect for 8 million people in the western U.S. While these storms are not expected to be as intense as those over the weekend, they will still bring heavy snowfall and strong wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour in the Sierra Nevada on Monday. Snowfall will also extend into the plains and the upper peninsula of Michigan through Tuesday. Meteorologist Al Roker warned that conditions would be bone dry in parts of the central U.S., creating a high fire risk from Denver to San Angelo, Texas, and extending east to Oklahoma City. As of Monday, 42 million people were under fire alerts across the Great Plains and Florida. By Tuesday, a low-pressure system moving onto the Central Plains is expected to increase the fire danger, bringing strong wind gusts and elevated risks for wildfires. In our next story, Thai authorities are conducting an extensive search for a British tourist who went missing after a tour boat caught fire near Koh Tao, a popular diving destination. Alexandra Clarke, 26, from Lambeth, South London, was on board the Davy Jones locker for a diving trip when the fire erupted. Reports indicate that the blaze started while she was in the bathroom, just moments before the boat issued a distress signal at 9:25 a.m. local time. The vessel was carrying a total of 21 people, including 15 tourists, 2 crew members, and 4 diving instructors and assistants. Nearby private boats and volunteers quickly responded, successfully evacuating everyone on board, except for Clarke. Meanwhile, another group worked to contain the fire. Search efforts hampered by fire and safety concerns. Initial attempts to search the boat were hindered by intense flames and the risk of explosions from fuel stored on board. Despite these challenges, Thai authorities swiftly launched a search operation, combing the surrounding waters and nearby coastline in hopes of locating Clarke. As the investigation unfolds, Clarke's disappearance has left her loved ones anxiously awaiting updates. The incident has also reignited concerns over maritime safety in Thailand's thriving tourism industry, which has seen similar boat accidents in the past. Search and rescue efforts remain ongoing. In our last story, a newly released body camera footage and a 911 call shed light on the harrowing case of a Connecticut man who claimed he set a fire to escape a room where his stepmother had allegedly kept him locked away for over 2 decades. When officers arrived at the scene of the fire in a Waterbury home on February 17, they discovered the 32-year-old man in a severely emaciated state, reportedly suffering from prolonged abuse, starvation, severe neglect, and inhumane treatment, according to a police news release last week. The man's stepmother, 56-year-old Kimberly Sullivan, was the one who initially called authorities that night. "Please hurry," she told the 911 dispatcher, reporting a fire in the house. She identified the victim as her stepson, telling the dispatcher, "He's in his room, and I don't know, he did something with the TV." When asked whether she saw flames or smoke, she confirmed, yes. Sullivan then pleaded for an ambulance, but when the dispatcher asked what injuries her stepson had, she hesitated. "I don't know," she said, adding that he was kind of passed out and out of it. Body camera footage from that night, starting around 8:50 p.m., shows an officer approaching the home as Sullivan stands outside, holding a dog and calling for someone to come down. When the officer asks if anyone else is inside, she responds, "My stepson is in here," and claims she was helping first responders get him out. Officers then escort her away from the house for safety. In the background, a firefighter can be seen carrying a person, presumably her stepson, out of the house. His face is blurred in the footage. The video ends as the man is placed into an ambulance. Sullivan was arrested on Wednesday and charged with assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, reckless endangerment, and cruelty to persons. She was held on a $300,000 bond, which she posted the following day. Through an attorney, she has denied all allegations. According to police, the victim, identified in an affidavit as MV1, weighed just 68 pounds despite being 5 feet 9 inches tall. He told authorities that he was only allowed out of his room for 15 minutes to 2 hours each morning to do chores. His daily food consisted of 2 sandwiches and 2 small bottles of water. The man explained that he set the fire using a lighter, hand sanitizer, and paper in a desperate attempt to escape. "I wanted my freedom," he told investigators. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo described the case as one of the most disturbing he has seen. "In 33 years of law enforcement, this is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed," he told reporters. Sullivan appeared briefly in Waterbury Superior Court last Thursday but declined to make any statements. While the prosecution requested house arrest, the judge denied the motion. She will be allowed to travel within Connecticut, but must maintain close contact with probation officers. Thanks for watching the Daily Brief. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out on future updates. As always, take care and we will see you on the next update.